Welcome. So I really wanted to film an introduction to this series, but I found that I really could sum it up in like 2 sentences, and there was no need to film an entire video just for that. So here goes the introduction. I need to quit spending so much on makeup, so I'm going to start buying less makeup. Ta-da! I really want to focus 2020 on experiences and less about material goods. And for me, that starts with my makeup because that is the one thing that I feel I spend the most money on unnecessarily. So I gave myself a budget of $400 per year on makeup. This does not include, to get my hair done, which clearly I haven't done. It doesn't include nails or skincare or any of that. It's just makeup. And for me, this is revolutionary because I'm someone who used to spend thousands of dollars. I don't even want to know how much I used to spend. But I really needed to start tracking my spending so that I could see. Asher, could you not? Sorry, my dog's playing. I really needed to start tracking my spending so that I could see where it was that I was spending the most. And so I spent a lot of 2019 seeing where I spent the most money. I really just need to stop spending so much in 2020 and use that money for things that actually bring me joy and add value to my life. So in the month of January, I did track how much I spent, and I will go ahead and share with you the 3 items that I purchased in the month of January, as well as what tempted me, because there was a lot. There were so many new releases. I'm telling you, I'm still tempted. Like, I have things in my cart, and I'm just not going onto the website. It's tough. Okay, the first thing that I purchased was a repurchase. It's from e.l.f. It is the e.l.f. blending sponge. Mine is dirty, but I wanted to put it back in the packaging, so if you see it and you want to pick one up, you know what it looks like. And this is such a good sponge. It's $5. I really like it. This is the 3rd one that I purchased in my lifetime. My dog has chewed up the first 2. Yeah, I'm looking at you, buddy. And this is something that I do recommend to others if you're interested in a sponge. I purchased that basically out of, you can see my heating pad. I injured my back. Basically, I purchased that out of necessity. I say necessity loosely because obviously there's nothing in this video that I really need. You need food, water, shelter, and emotional bonds in life. But for a makeup lover, I needed it. I didn't have a single sponge. I also purchased a mascara because I didn't have a single mascara. Well, I have a mascara that's giving out on me. This is the Essence Lash Princess, and I have purchased also 3 of these now. Love it. We'll continue to repurchase it. It's such a goodie, especially for the lower lash line. And yeah, I will use this until it's up, and then I'll probably repurchase it again. $5. And finally, the one thing that I would say I didn't need is this Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Radiance Concealer with Hyaluronic Acid and Acai. If you're looking at the labels, I label what I purchased in 2020 so that at the end of it, I can go through and kind of throw out old makeup. This also retails for $5. And the reason why I purchased this is because, here, I'll show you why. So my favorite concealer at the moment is this e.l.f. concealer. And you can see it's almost gone. So I don't want to say need a concealer because you use such a small amount of this e.l.f. concealer that this will probably last me another 6 months. However, it is winter time, and I saw Casey Holmes, Emily Noel, and there was one other person bragging about this concealer, and when I saw it in stock, I just had to have it. So, I am wearing it today. It's not my favorite, certainly hasn't replaced any of my other favorites, but I do like it, and I can see myself repurchasing this actually. So really that brings my total monthly spending for January to be $15. I'm not really counting in tax because I'm just going by the retail price of things. Which is another point that I'd like to bring up. Even if I purchase something on sale, I will be comparing it based on its retail price because I'll be comparing it to how much makeup I use up in the year of 2020 at the end of 2020. And I feel that if I were to go by how much I spend on makeup versus the retail price whenever I use it up, I would be giving myself an unfair advantage towards using it up. So in other words, if I pay $5 for a mascara, but it's really a $20 mascara, But I count it as 5 when I buy it, but I count it as 20 when I use it up. That would kind of skew the results and always give me an advantage when it comes to using up products. So for that reason, I'm only counting retail prices regardless of what I spent on the product. So the next few things I like, and they've caught my eye, but I really haven't been that tempted by them. They've just kind of been like, oh, okay, new releases. The ColourPop stuff, the mint one, those 2 neutrally colored ones, like there was the brown and the pinkish one. Now they've got the Valentine's Day collection coming out. What else have they gotten since all this? They've got the new lip products. Whatever. I have not purchased anything from ColourPop in years because they do too many releases and I feel like I'm always missing out, and I don't want to get sucked in to that cycle of, oh my gosh, I love ColourPop, they have a new thing, I want to buy it because I love them. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I can't do it. So I have not purchased anything. I'm waiting for that one thing to really pull me in. That Cuckoo for Cocoa Nuts or whatever palette that is, I really like. I feel like I would get a lot of use out of it, but I just don't need it because I have those shades already. So I'm waiting for that one special palette to really reel me in. But as of right now, every time I see a new ColourPop release, I'm just like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Every time I get on the website, I spend like $500 in my cart, because that's all the stuff that I want. But I don't buy any of it because I'd want all of it. Another brand similar to ColourPop, which I never thought I'd say, is Anastasia Beverly Hills. They release so quick, and I know that they won't be having as many releases in 2020 according to their Instagram. But either way, I'm still kind of turned off by Anastasia Beverly Hills. So I will not be purchasing the Amrezy palette. I don't know who Amrezy is. That was before I got into YouTube. That palette looks like a compilation of all their palettes, which is really good if you don't have a ton of palettes. So I'm not hating on anyone who wants to purchase it. But for me personally, I have a lot of her palettes and I just don't need it. So, moving on. Okay, I actually like this palette. Then the Morphe, what's it called? Keep Dreaming palette. I think it's beautiful and I think I would get so much use out of it, but I still don't need it. Plus, in my experience, Morphe's quality is really not up to par. I think what really made them so well known, besides Jaclyn Hill, I think what really made them so well known is their color scheme. They were interesting in the beginning, and you could get a lot of colors for little money. And at that time, it was hard to find palettes in general, let alone palettes that were like workable or usable. But nowadays, there's so many other better formulas at the same price point. You just don't have to go with a Morphe palette. And don't get me wrong, I have 2 Morphe palettes that I quite like, but I know that the quality could be better, and I'm just not willing to risk the money on that palette, getting it and then finding out that it's just mediocre at best. Plus, there is an Ofra palette that, to me, if you curated the Morphe palette, you would get this Ofra palette. And I'll pop it up. I can't remember the name of it. And that also really tempted me. I mean, it really did. I'm not going to lie to you, because I don't have a lot of shades like that. It's pretty unique to my collection. But I don't have a lot of shades like that because I don't wear a lot of shades like that. So again, I just can't do it. I don't know. That one's kind of tough too. I like that one a lot. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I'll catch y'all next time. Bye!